the world's greatest comic magazine, Fantastic Four, at the mercy of Rama-Tut, the pharaoh from the future. I never thought it could happen. Rama-Tut's ray gun has made helpless slaves of the Fantastic Four. There, Susan Storm. There is what happens to those who defy me, no matter what powers they possess. The fabulous Fantastic Four find themselves prisoners of the Pharaoh. Weaponless, defenseless, trapped in the long-dead mysterious past, with only their own unique powers to help them, the Fantastic Four face the most totally unexpected menace of their career. Surprise follows surprise, until you reach the mind-staggering climax which awaits you within. Though you come from the distant future, I know all about you. And I also know that all your superpowers are no match for mine. Written by Stan Lee. Drawn by Jack Kirby. Inking, Dick Ayers. Lettering, S. Rosen. You are looking at one of the most impressive sights in the world. The skyscrapers of New York, with the silent speeding Fantasticar gliding above the towering spires. Strange that the thing didn't respond to our signal flare. I wonder where he can be. Let's try Alicia's building. He might be visiting her. Wouldn't it be something if they eloped? Like a great ghostly will-o'-the-wisp, the mighty machine hovers momentarily over the rooftop of a neighborhood building, and then, smoothly, effortlessly, it descends. This is the place. Perhaps Alicia knows where he is. The apartment's empty. We'll have to look somewhere else. Isn't that just like a man? Never around when you want him. Same goes for females, sis. I'll flame on and fly over the neighborhood. Maybe they're out walking. I was right. There they are now. It's funny. When you see them both together like that, you kind of forget that he's the thing, and that poor Alicia is blind. To me, they look like almost any lovesick couple. I think I'll try one of these new Coronas that some of my fans sent me. You don't mind, do you, baby? Of course not, Ben dear. But I hope they didn't come from the Yancey Street gang. They're liable to blow up in your face. Nah, those creeps wouldn't dare try anything like that on me. What did you have to mention them for? I was just beginning to enjoy myself and... Hey! What's going on? The torch! You blamed pest! You're getting as bad as those Yancey Street clowns. Benjamin, did anyone ever tell you you're beautiful when you're angry? Now calm down, Romeo. I don't want to break up your little balcony scene, but I've got a message for you. Reed wants you to report back to headquarters on the double, and bring Alicia with you. On my day off? Look, Squirt, you tell that bag of bones not to hold his breath waiting for us. No, Ben, we must go. It might be something important. And so, a few minutes later, all the tests check out perfectly, Reed. Now if only Ben and Alicia would get here. Here they are now, Sue. Come in, you two. Listen, Curly. You've got no right telling Alicia to report here with me. She's not a member of the FF. I think you're getting a Napoleon complex, pal. It's all right, Ben dear. I always enjoy visiting your headquarters. Now just take that chip off your shoulder for a minute, old friend, and let me explain. This happens to concern Alicia, as you both will learn. Uh-oh. Whenever you use that old friend routine, it means look out. But go ahead. Keep talking. I know how you love the sound of your own voice. It started yesterday, Ben, when Sue and I went to the Museum of Natural History. I've been doing some research on Egyptology, and there were a few elusive facts I wanted to check up on. It's strange, Sue. There are a few years of ancient Egyptian history that are completely unaccounted for by historians, as though those years just didn't exist. I wonder if... Look at this. And then I saw it, almost hidden among the countless hieroglyphics on display. The one little detail which made me decide to call you and Alicia immediately. The signs are unmistakable, Sue. It shows a blind pharaoh, a vial containing a radioactive herb, and then the same pharaoh, able to see again. It can mean only one thing. At a certain period in Egyptian history, one pharaoh had found a cure for blindness, and it took place during those strangely missing years. If you're saying what I think you're saying, Reed, then there's a chance for Alicia. I hate to build up false hopes, Ben. And yet... But wait a minute. This is nutty. How could there be any radioactive herbs centuries ago? There wasn't any atomic energy in those days. Anyway, how can we get back into the past? It ain't exactly like taking a subway or a bus. I can't answer the first question, Ben, but I think I can answer the second. Remember our first encounter with Dr. Doom more than a year ago? Fantastic Four number 5. At the conclusion of that adventure, Doom's castle was abandoned by him, but there is still a chance that the machine he used to send us into the past may still be operational. Reed, you old dictionary-reading, double-talking, rubber-boned egghead! What are we standing around jawing for? Let's go! Ben, you hot-tempered, loudmouth, beetle-brained gargoyle. That's what I was waiting for you to say. A short time later, the fabulous foursome's famous VTOL pogo plane reaches the almost inaccessible site of their archfoe's now deserted castle. VTOL. VTOL. Vertical takeoff and landing. There's Doom's castle now. Straight ahead. Let's hope that time machine of his isn't completely wrecked. I'll fly over the wall and lower the drawbridge for you three landlubbers. Everything seems to be almost as Doom left it. Yeah. Except that old Ironhead ain't around. Then, as the mighty drawbridge creaks down... Hi, kids. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. Hey, we're in luck. Here's the panel we stood on when we took our little trip. Looks as good as new. Lucky for us that Dr. Doom made almost everything fireproof to protect himself against you, Johnny. The controls which he worked while sitting in his specially built chair all seem to be intact. Alicia, baby, you'll have to stay behind and operate this gizmo to get us there and back. Think you can handle it? I've got to, Ben. If you explain it carefully, I'll try to do it by touch. But Ben, my darling, if there will be any danger to you, to any of you, then it isn't worth it. I couldn't bear it if... Forget it, kid. Danger is our business, like they say in the movies. And then, after hours of practice, good luck, you dear, wonderful friends. Remember, Alicia, work those buttons in exactly the pattern we showed you. If all goes well, we'll return in 24 hours. Farewell, You brave, noble, unselfish adventurers. Farewell, Ben, my own darling love. Seconds later, or is it weeks? Perhaps months, or ages. There is no way to know when the mystery of time travel is concerned. But seemingly within the wink of an eye, the colorful quartet find themselves in the land of the ancient pharaohs. We did it. We're here. Now all we gotta do is find that radioactive herb and bring it back with us. I only wish it were that easy, Ben. I have an uneasy feeling about this century. These years which history has no record of. How can you be sure we landed at the right time, Reed? By the condition of the Sphinx. See how new it looks? It hasn't even begun to chip yet. Look! On that sand dune ahead. Some sort of warriors. For the love of Mike! Are they kidding? Do they think they could scare off the Fantastic Four with a few oversized toothpicks? Use your head, gruesome. They never heard of the FF. And they're tossing those toothpicks a little too close for comfort. Strange. Their helmets don't seem to belong to this time. This is a heck of a time to worry about the clothes they're wearing. Who do you think you are? Christian Dior? Step aside, boys and girl. Little old Torchy is gonna take some of the fight out of those gents. When a bunch of metal spears fly into a flaming screen, there's only one thing they can do. And that's melt. Boy, I'll bet I look real impressive up here. Finding themselves spearless, the onrushing horde then tries a mass attack in force. But they pick the wrong target. Going somewhere, playmates? Suppose I just tie you up with your own armor, huh? For your own protection, of course. A bunch of clumsy galoots like you can hurt yourselves running around loose that way. Ben, hurry! Here come more of them. In chariots. Ben's done his share, Sue. I'll take care of these newcomers in my own manner. Can't get very far when someone's holding onto your wheels, can you? At least you have nice soft sand to tumble down on. Well, I suppose in these days, people don't know that it's impolite to fight with a lady. So I'll just step out of the picture for a while, until they get a chance to study Emily Post. Ha! Look at him run! Guess we made things too hot for him, all right. But the Torch's exultation is short-lived. For the next instant... Flamin' fireballs! What happened? Some sort of sudden air vacuum is dousing my flame. And at that moment... Still wanna fight, huh? Okay then. You can chew on this for a while. Hey! What's going on? All of a sudden, I'm getting weak. My strength is draining away. What gives? Something's happened to the torch. And the thing. But how? Why? It's as if both have suddenly lost their powers. Now it's happening to me too. I'm losing my resiliency. Can't stretch anymore. Sue, be careful. Something's terribly wrong here. Stay invisible. Don't take chances. Reed, I never saw you like this. And Johnny. And Ben. It's as though you've all been defeated. By some unseen force. Oh. Now it's affecting me. I can feel it. I'm becoming visible. Can't help myself. I feel so... weak. Like the others. Hear the warriors coming. can't defend ourselves. It's mad, impossible, and yet we're beaten. But the fabulous foursome have still more staggering surprises in store. For when they regain consciousness again, they find... What happened to us? Where are we? We've been brought to a throne room. We're prisoners of... the pharaoh. On your feet, captives! You are in the presence of the awesome Rama-Tut, King of Kings, Master of Men, Lord of the Seven Suns. Now that you know who I am, there is no need to introduce yourselves, for I am quite familiar with the Fantastic Four. You know us? Ah, I thought that remark would startle you. Reed, something is wrong. How can he know about us 1,000 years before we were born? And he's talking English before the language was even invented. This is nutty. Can we have landed in the wrong year? Can this be the future? No, it is the past. The secret lies with Rama-Tut himself. Your mind is indeed as sharp as the ancient legends claimed. Yes, this is the past, but I am not a part of it. As you have obviously guessed, no ancient pharaoh from primitive times could have the power to subdue the Fantastic Four. Then, there is only one possible answer, incredible though it may be. Of course, this is the weapon which sapped your powers, which made you my captives. This ultra-diode ray, invented in the year 3000, 1,000 years further in the future than your own century. Then, you too are a time traveler. Yes, I come from the year 3000, the glorious age of enlightenment, the century of peace and progress, the ultimate in civilization and culture, and I hated it. For I was then, as I am now, a man of action, an adventurer, but there were no adventures in the year 3000. No enemies to battle, no dragons to slay. All was peaceful. Horribly, unbearably peaceful. Why was I born into an age when the only excitement a man can find is in watching 3D stereo visions from 1,000 years ago? It was while watching such ancient films, presented by our historical society, that I learned of the existence of the Fantastic Four. How I envied your dramatic careers. Then one day, while visiting the ruins of an amazing ancestor of mine, I came upon what was left of his greatest invention, a time machine. Part of the machine still remains, and here are the plans for its operation. It would be simple for me to recreate it and use it for my own purposes. I devoted years to the building of that time machine, from my ancestors' plans. But knowing the superstitious beliefs of people in bygone days, I shaped it in the form of a strange creature, in the form of an idol. Then, at last I was ready. Ready to travel to long-dead ages, ready to become a time looter. With my headquarters in ancient Egypt, where, with my vast scientific knowledge, I could become an absolute ruler of mankind. And so, I traveled back into the dim past, back to the land of ancient Egypt in my marvelous time machine, which was shaped like an awesome idol. Oh, wonder of wonders! What miracle is upon us? But, due to a careless miscalculation on my part, the machine was damaged in landing, so that I have been unable to leave this primitive century. Also, I suffered a terrible injury as I crashed. My eyes! I can't see! But, firing blindly at the day's natives, I made them my slaves. They obtained a rare herb for me, which, affected by the radiation from my damaged machine, had the power to restore my eyesight. I have ruled here ever since. As the pharaoh from the future ends his startling tale, Mr. Fantastic makes a sudden surprise move. Most of his power is in that awesome weapon. If I could just seize it. Ha! Not fast enough, my overeager friend. Now I'll show you the undreamed of power of my mighty weapon. By bathing you with its low-intensity rays, it can sap your will and make you my slaves until I decide to repeat the treatment and free you. And it shall never be my intention to free you. Take them away to await my pleasure. Feel so strange, so powerless, no will of my own. But you shall remain at my side, for you have traveled all the centuries back through time, and you shall be rewarded by becoming my queen. And so begins an episode which many would never have believed possible. The complete subjugation of the once unconquerable Fantastic Four. Nothing I could do but obey. Can't stir myself. It's like I'm sleeping with my eyes open. Faster, you dogs! Faster! The formerly invincible Mr. Fantastic is put to work as a super observer for the legions of Rama-Tut. All clear to the north. The enemy is fled. I cannot help myself. Must do as they command. As for the once proud swashbuckling Human Torch, he is relegated to the position of court jester to furnish amusement for the gloating pharaoh from the future. How easily I have humbled four of Earth's greatest heroes. Truly none can ever defy me. And as the clock slowly draws near to the fateful moment when the waiting Alicia will attempt to bring the Fantastic Four back to the present, Sue Storm has the finishing touches applied to her bridal costume. The effects of Rama-Tut's ray gun will never wear off. Our only hope is to have it fired at us again. But how? How? Every fiber of my being wants to run, to flee, to escape from this terrible fate. But I cannot. My body no longer obeys my brain's commands. How strange for one about to become a queen to look so sad. But an inscrutable fate, working in mysterious ways, can change the plans of anyone, even Rama-Tut. For there, under the heat of a sun far hotter than that of 20th century New York, the body chemistry of the imprisoned thing undergoes a subtle change until, as the rays get hotter and hotter, the molecules of his body begin to react in a startling manner, and once more, one of the most awesome physical changes ever recorded starts to take place. Until, in the place of the mighty thing, the now normal figure of Ben Grimm appears. Ben Grimm, slim enough to slip through the oversized shackles. Ben Grimm, whose mind and will are not affected by the ray, as was the thing. I don't know how it happened, but I'm Ben Grimm again. And I've got one slim chance to set the others free. If only I can reach shore. A galley slave has broken free. Seize him! But Ben Grimm is armed with 20th century man's knowledge of judo and boxing. I may not have the strength of the thing, but I'll still give you jokers a run for your money. Finally, he has leapt overboard. After him! It is useless. We cannot row this cumbersome vessel as fast as he could swim. Reaching shore safely, the frantic Ben Grimm seizes a nearby chariot in one last desperate effort. Now if I could just make it to the palace of Rama-Tut. Meanwhile, within the palace gates. Do not fret, my lovely. At my side, you shall become history's most envied queen. This is madness. Here I am, being forced to entertain Rama-Tut, when I'm aching to strike at him, to attack him, to destroy him, but I'm powerless to do so. And now, my bride-to-be, sip your nectar and toast our love, for soon you shall be queen of all the Nile. Guess again, lover boy. I did it! Now I've got that gun of yours, and things are gonna start popping around here. Another 20th century intruder! But who? How? Ugh! But, once away from the burning rays of the primitive desert sun, Ben Grimm begins to revert to his other form, and, as he slowly turns into the thing, he feels himself again coming under the will-sapping influence of the pharaoh's ray gun. And so, must free Sue before I go under. Can't let my escape have been in vain. Mustn't miss. Just one blast. Just one. The ray struck her a second time. She's normal again. Must get the gun from her. You saved me, Ben. Now I have the gun. It's up to me. And I won't let you down. I won't fail the Fantastic Four. Give me that ray gun, woman. It won't help you. I'll seize it before you can learn how to operate it. I've got to stall for time. Even a few seconds. You are elusive, my queen-to-be. But turning invisible will do no good. I can still see your garments. I forgot. I'm not wearing my unstable molecule costume. Only one chance left. I'll fire at the torch. I did it. It worked. The ray is bathing him. Yippee! I'm myself again. I can do what I want to. Stand back now, sis, and watch my steam. No! Stay back! Stop! I command you! Mister, your commanded days are over. This is just a sample of what you'll get when I snap the thing and Mr. Fantastic out of their spells too. It is fortunate that the flaming fool is too soft-hearted to attempt to slay me with his fiery power. He didn't suspect I was feeling the wall behind me to touch a secret stud opening to my hidden escape chamber. Now, while he wastes his time reviving his friends, I shall do what must be done. This passageway leads directly to the control room of my time machine. Once inside, I shall have the upper hand. Meanwhile, At Torch's command, Sue again fires the amazing ray gun, aiming it point blank at the thing. That did it, sis. He's snapping out of it again. Oh, my aching head. We must still find Reed. But before the escapees can leave the palace, they see. Stop the intruders! Death to the enemies of Rama-Tut! While those goons make up their cornball phrases, the little old thing will just give them a nice big welcome. Where are you running to, playmates? There's lots more party games we can play if you hang around. Flee! The monstrous one has the strength of 1,000 demons. Boy, it sure feels good to get back into action again. But no one else wants to play. This is no time for sarcasm, Ben. We've still got to find Reed and a way out of here. Sit tight, kiddies. I'll fly around till I catch sight of Big Daddy. Behold, in the sky, an omen from the gods. We must flee this land, for it is truly bewitched. Ah, there he is. Boy, I couldn't miss a sight like that. They've got our boss man acting as a shield for them, while they attack another army. Well, they'll have to get themselves another boy now. This'll bring Reed back to normal. At last, I'm in control of my body again. I can move my limbs at my own will. Then, after the Torch fills his partner in with the facts, I'll save my thanks for later, little chum. Right now, let's get moving. Yay-bo! This is just like old times. Oh, Rama-Tut better head for the hills. Eh, partner? Reed, you're back again. Oh, thank heaven. Now that we're our normal selves again, we've gotta find Rama-Tut. Just what I'm aiming to do, String Bean. Okay, Buster. Spill it. Where'd he go? Or do I have to beat it out of ya? No, do not strike me. The pharaoh undoubtedly ran to the Sphinx for safety. I saw him go through this trapdoor. It must be a secret passage to the Sphinx. Faster! I'm too old to be playing follow the leader. Easy, Ben. We're almost there. That opening ahead will lead us to him. Hold it! How many times must I warn you about testing for booby traps? Ah, quit grandstanding, mister. We know you were in the army. Reed may be right. There's one way to make sure. Stand back, kiddies. I'll toss Rama-Tut's ray gun through the opening and... Holy Hannah! Look at that! It's been atomized. It was a booby trap. This is extremely embarrassing. Well, there's more than one way to get upstairs. Careful, Johnny. No telling what you'll find up there. All clear, gang. Come on up and join the party. It looks like some sort of control room, but there's no sign of Rama-Tut. Say, there's some kind of screen over there. It's starting to glow. Catch me, Reed. A pleasure, honey. Phooey. I'm always last in line. It's given me a complex. Suddenly, the screen that the Torch had noticed comes to life with an enraged image of Rama-Tut. You are more powerful than I suspected. You cannot be allowed to frustrate my plans any longer. I must destroy you. Huh. How many times have we heard that speech before? But the pharaoh looks like he ain't just whistling Dixie. Get back! He's unleashed a torrent of water on us. Quick, Johnny. Fly above it. Reed, the room will be filled within seconds. How can we escape in time? Nuts! A thing like this can give you dishpan hands. Quick, Torch. Hurl a stream of your most intense flame directly at the open water main. Gotcha, Reed. I'll have the source of that little bubble bath vaporized in no time. Seconds later. You did it, Johnny. You stopped the onrushing water. Sure. And look how my low-intensity heat can dry out the rest of the room. You know something? I'm beginning to think that nutty pharaoh doesn't like us. There's no telling what he'll try next. We've got to find him and defeat him somehow. Don't make it sound so hard, buddy boy. One little love tap from yours truly will be all it takes. Let's go. I'll follow the core of the Sphinx, following all the hidden circuits. My system's short and sweet. I'll just bull my way through. Try and keep up with me, dollface. Now that my flame's had a few minutes to recharge itself, I still think flying's the best way. But minutes later, despite their different routes, the fabulous foursome all converge on one spot. We've searched everywhere else. Rama-Tut must be in here. You are right, Richards, but you are too late. Within seconds I shall be gone. To another dimension, another age, wherever my satellite globe takes me. Quick, get back. This circular room is really a missile. It's about to blast off. I shall leave my Sphinx behind, to mystify mankind for centuries to come. And when I leave, the memory of my reign shall fade into oblivion, as though I have never been. So that's why there are no records of Rama-Tut's strange reign. The Sphinx was just an ornamental shell. That globular missile was the real time machine. And the one thing he didn't tell us was that he had managed to repair the machine, so that he could again travel in time. Well, he's gone now. We'll never see him again. I wouldn't count on that, Johnny. Remember when he mentioned that an ancestor of his had invented the first time machine? It could have been Dr. Doom. Maybe he was Dr. Doom himself. Maybe he found a way to live for centuries. It might have been the Dr. Doom of the future. Everybody, look! Look what I found! Optic nerve restorative. The vial we came for Alicia's eyes. He left it behind. We have it. That means she'll see again. All we have to do is get it back to her. Do you hear me? Alicia's going to see again. Susie, baby, I love ya. Well then, stop crushing my ribs, you big ape. Listen, that rumbling from deep within the Sphinx. We've got to get out of here. Why, Reed? What is it? What does it mean? No time to explain. Ben, hang on to me. Johnny, grab Sue. Get out. Fast. So help me. If this is just another grandstand play. You call that a grandstand play, partner? An explosion? From inside the Sphinx? What happened, Reed? Heck, even I could figure it out. It was the pharaoh's last booby trap. He blew up all his equipment, every trace of his very existence. Alright, Reed. I'm sorry, as usual, for sounding off. Hey, look! It's the retriever from the time machine. We got here in the nick of time. Quick, get under the glistening screen. Alicia's activating it back in the 20th century. Yay! It worked! We're back again. We made it. Alicia, baby! Wait till I tell you! Guess what we brought back with us? Oh no. No! Don't say it, Ben. Oh, don't say it. The vial is gone. I was afraid of that. What do you mean afraid? Afraid of what? Oh, poor Ben. Alicia. We should have guessed. It's the time machine. This earliest device had one crucial fault. It will transport nothing with radioactive properties from the past to the future, or vice versa. Then our whole trip, everything, was just a waste. No, nothing is ever a waste. Now that we know there is a substance which will aid in restoring sight, I'll never stop trying to duplicate it in my own lab. Oh, Ben, my darling, your love and the safety of all of you means so much more to me than merely having my sight back. We had it in our hands, and we lost it. For once, all my power, all my strength, did no good. No good. Ah, Ben, we're together again, and we're all safe, and there's always tomorrow. Alicia, dear, comfort Ben. At this time, I suspect he needs it more than you. But you tried. All of you. You all risked your lives with me to help Alicia. I'll never forget it. No matter what happens, I'll never forget. No. Every incident in life doesn't have a happy ending, and this is no exception. But the FF haven't much time to brood. For next month, they meet the threat of the Molecule Man, a foe so mighty he can destroy a galaxy. The end.